Hi guys, today we are going to learn how to use Bootstrap with HTML5. So Bootstrap is a CSS framework that allows us to design our website more attractive way. So let's go to official Bootstrap page. This is getbootstrap.com. I'll put the link in the description. So this is the main website of Bootstrap. Here you can see we have guidance and we have download. You don't need to. The current version is v5. You don't need to install or download the Bootstrap. So we will do through the scripting over here. So let me first create a HTML page. Let me name it index.html. Okay, we don't need to create any CSS file for that. So okay, and let me create a HTML boilerplate. So I'm using a few extension from VS Code that allows me to create this type of templates. Here is a HTML5 boilerplate. That this is how I will generate my HTML boilerplate. You can install it. Okay, so right now we have this template. Just do some cleaning. Okay, and we don't need that script file right now, and we do not need this link. Okay, so we're done with cleaning. Now go to the Bootstrap. Let's click on the get start. Okay, so you can see we have a small instruction how to get start with Bootstrap. So we need to first include this CSS link to our web page and paste it over here. Okay, I paste it. This is a very big link, as you can see. Okay, so now we are done with CSS. So this link will help us to do the styling in our web pages through Bootstrap. And we also need the JS bundle. It will help some validations and styling. Here you can see. Okay, so we only need those two files, for one for CSS and one for JavaScript. Okay, we are done. Okay, here you can see those are the separate JavaScript live, though you don't need to put them in your HTML, as I already put through this link. Okay, now start coding. Okay, so now first save it. So now we can create a div. Okay, and use h1 tag to understand what is happening. Hello world. Okay, so let's save it and open it in your browser. I open with live server. This is an extension also from VS Code. You can see we have done with the hello world in our web page. This is a first line of code that was printing from the web page. So here you can see the fonts and the style of the hello world. It's little bit of change the normal h1 tag, right? So this is just because of using Bootstrap, right? The CSS will help to enhance the h1 here. So we will create a form for a login form. First let me show you how you can get a navigation over here. So here you can see again we had some components and anything else. Just search here navbar. You can see we got our navbar. So this is the actual navbar, here you can see, and this is the required code for the navbar. We don't need all of those, we will comment it out. Okay, so okay, we'll go for this and we copy that and go to our VS Code and let's remove it and paste it. Okay, so okay, we will do some cleaning process over here. You can see we don't need that. Okay, disable. Okay, that's good, and we don't need that search button, so we close that also. I think that is good. let's save it and check our web page. Here you can see, so live server is help us to reload the page as soon as we hit save on the VS Code. Okay, so now here you can do some styling, right? Here you can see all the things are very light. I've been using the dark. This is the reason I love Bootstrap, because here you can see, boom, we change the background of the navbar as well as change the font colors, right? This is how Bootstrap come into play and done a major role in web development so quickly. So now we are done with navbar, right? Let's generate a form. Again, go to the docs and search for form. Here you can see form control and overview. Okay, so if you scroll down a little bit and you will get this kind of a form. Yeah, let me copy this, and after the navbar I will put it. Here you can see our form. Let's hit save and check in the browser. Okay, we got our form, but it doesn't look so well, right? So we need to wrap up this inside a div. How can we do that? So let's declare a div, and we took all the form code and put it inside this div, right? Everything is clear right now. Let me give it a space to understand more quickly. Okay, so you can see we have our navbars, right? And after the navbar we have a div, and inside the div we have our form, right? We will change the credential later. Let's first style it, the div. For styling any div or any fonts or text or h1 tag or paragraph tags, you have to use this property class, and inside the class you have to define the property. So we will use the flexbox. So let me show you how we can do this. So we do it like this way. Okay, so here you can see we declare something inside the class property. Here you can see I use dflex, so it means display flex, justify content center, and margin top 5. So this is how we do the style in Bootstrap, right? If we do this in CSS, we have to declare it and initialize like display flex, justify content center, flex direction, margin top, all those things. We did this only just one line, right? So hit save and check in the browser. Boom, you can see we got our login form as just we want it. So this is a display flex, and it is justify content center, and most importantly, if I hit F12, here you can see this is fully responsive. Here you can see this is fully responsive, right? You can check it from here. We will shrink it down, increase it. Let me show the power of the Bootstrap. Here you can see it is fully responsive. As soon as I hit that, here you can see we got our navbar button, and we stretch it out and it gone. This is fully responsive and this is fully mobile friendly. Here you can see I have selected Moto G, and if I go for iPhone 6 or 7, 8, whatever Surface, iPhone Pro, this is totally responsive and totally effective. So this is it for our Bootstrap. You can do many things using Bootstrap. We have a lot more things over here. You can check from the docs. You can see if you go to the component, you can see there are a lot more things in Bootstrap. You can use it as your requirement. Here you can see we see the accordion. This is the most important thing if you done any blog website or designing any blog website. That will help you a lot. And here is some cards and more things. We will discuss it later. Here we can see here is a card. We will do a separate tutorial using cards in Bootstrap. Okay, Thank you guys.